Hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday. It's like I love to say, it's Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock. So that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I am your host from Crate Insider. I'm Kate Dillon, and I have a fun show today. We're going to have a couple of giveaways. We got a couple of featured products, and of course, we'll talk about our top 5 products of the week. So if you're here, go ahead and drop in a comment and say hi. In fact, if you're new here, it's all you need to do. If you drop in a comment, you'll get a chance to win one of our giveaways. So the first item that we're giving away today is from our friends at Pace Performance. So I've got this cool ball cap right here from Pace Performance, and big thank you to the folks out there. And again, all you need to do is to drop in a comment. But if you need some Chevrolet performance parts, Pace is a great place to go shopping for those. Next up, if you know what my sign said last week, then drop that in as a comment and you'll have a chance to win our second giveaway. And that is from our friends at AFCO. I have this AFCO shirt right here. This happens to be a 2X. So a 2X AFCO shirt. And it's got AFCO on the front, AFCO on the back. And again, all you need to do is drop in a comment saying what my sign said last week, and then you can be entered into that. So I'm going to say hi to some folks here. Let me see who's here. And I don't know, the computer's being weird. Okay, there we go. Comments. Okay, so I see Alan's here from Minnesota. I see Rose's here, and Lucas and Scott from California, and Ronnie. So thank you all for being here. So I have a couple of featured items today. First of all is from our friends at Velocita. So the Velocita Suit Wash is a really great product to use on your fire suit because, of course, you want to protect what your fire suit is supposed to be able to do, but you also want to get it clean. And especially in dirt track racing, especially with the red clay, that can be some of the toughest stuff to get out. And the Suit Wash does a fantastic job. It even comes with a little scoop in here. Yeah, there we go. I didn't even open this up, but I knew it was there. So it's got just this little scoop right here, and you can read the directions, but I think just one scoop will do it. And then you can soak your fire suit. Does a really fantastic job. Really brightens up, especially if you have whites on your suit. It really brightens up those whites. So definitely a great product to use, and that is something we highly recommend. The Velocita Suit Wash. We just got those back in stock and wanted to feature it here on the show. Next up, another product today. Well, a product that's really, really popular. And I just wanted to give a heads up that it's something that I'm expecting another shipment here very, very soon. And that is, there we go, is our Falcon roller slide transmission, the 10 spline. These have been, anybody who's purchased one has been very, very happy about it. I guess I don't have any reviews on here. So, hey, if you bought a roller slide transmission, drop in a review for us. That would help us out. Or just, help to spread, give people an idea of how much you like it. But I know the feedback that I've been receiving has been fantastic. And the one we sell, it's all REM polished. It's about as polished as it can be. And you really get a high quality transmission. So it's really perfect especially for late models. And the 10 spline is what we tend to go with in crates. We're always looking for every little advantage we can find. And the Falcon roller slide transmission is really a fantastic choice. So love this transmission, and I've got more coming in. I know transmissions, a lot of products, as we all know, have been more difficult to get this year. And so I'm really proud to be able to say that, yeah, I have transmissions on the shelf. All we have to do is put a shipping label on it and we can get it out the door to you. So if you need a transmission, hit me up and I'll hook you up. All right. So we got some more folks here. See, Cody's here, and Mike and Brian from Kansas. We got like a whole bunch of the country here. Ted is here from Pennsylvania, and Jennifer is here. Gosh, lots of folks here. So thank you so much for being here. All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and jump in to our top 5 products this week. And in the number 5 spot, this is, I love doing unboxing videos, so you guys always have to humor me on the show. So here we go. We're going to do kind of a pseudo unboxing video here. It's from our friends at RS7 Helmet. And, you got to love that when I open up this box that we know we're getting a helmet out of here. But when we open this up, the helmet is protected in a nice little bag here. And let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, it's even tied. Okay, that's new. Well, I don't know if it's new. I guess I haven't paid attention. So we're going to untie this. clearly I did not prepare in advance here. So everybody gets to watch me untie a knot so we can get to what's in the bag here. There we go. All right. So opening this up, here is our helmet right here. And this one happens to be the RS7. This is the matte black. I know it's got obviously I've got a light on here today, so you probably see the reflection in the helmet, but you really see that matte black, and really they've got all the holes in here. So if you wanted to add any of the accessories, you could certainly do that. And this, of course, is the newest standard that's available. It's the 2020 standard. And we were just able to start getting these really at the end of last year. And every 5 years is when they have the new safety standards. So especially if you've had any rule changes, look at your helmet, if you've got an SA 2015, then take a look. You might want to look at upgrading your helmet, because one thing I've learned is that even if we don't even see, if you ever see any cracks on here, like here would be if we saw any cracks, if it says any cracks on the outside, a lot of times that can mean that there's cracks on the inside, and that's where we can really have a problem. Anytime we've got a little bit of damage, it might look mostly fine, but if you're seeing any little fracture lines at all, it's definitely time to replace your helmet. And if you're going to replace it, you might as well upgrade and go to the newest standard that's available to be the safest. And so this RS7 helmet, I have it a few sizes. This one runs $799.95, and obviously it's in stock because it's in my hand. So pretty much the idea with helmets, if you can buy it on my website, I have it in stock and we'll get that shipped out to you right away. Next up in the number 4 spot is from our friends at MPI. So MPI, I love their steering wheels. I just love them. And so today we're going to take a look at, this is going to be the DM2-15. So it's the 15-inch steering wheel. And this one happens to be the curved one, because we have both curved and we have flat in the 15-inch steering wheels. And I also love, I think it just looks cool where we've got this little line of tape here at the top. And of course, you'd want to set that up so that it's, right vertical and give you a good indication of where your wheels are and all of that. Of course, you could put tape on a steering wheel, but it's got really great grip. And the feedback I hear from racers is they really love the grip on these. They love the control that they feel. And so these are our favorite steering wheels, is the DM2-15s from MPI. And it comes with this centerpiece as well. And this runs $249. So $249 even on the MPI steering wheel. Next up in the number 3 spot, let's get my fingers right here, is from our friends at Daytona 1. And that is our XL1 engine treatment. And this happens to be the 72-ounce container. So with this one, you'd use about 16 ounces per time that you're doing an oil change, basically half a quart. So replace a half a quart of your oil with a half a quart of the engine treatment. And the way that engine treatment works in your oil is that any of the iron, any of the ferrous metals, so think of iron, I always think about jaggedy edges, it will bond at a molecular level with those surfaces, creating a smoother, slicker surface. Well, all right, that's the chemistry and who cares, but at the end of the day, what is the benefit of that? Well, with a smoother, slicker surface, we end up having less friction, and with less friction means less heat. And with less friction, less heat, it means we're going to free up more horsepower. So that's what we found with the Daytona 1 XL1 engine treatment. It'll not only protect your engine, because you can hear how that would do that, but also free up some more horsepower. And so this has been you can add it to about any oil and you're good there. So the XL1 engine treatment, this runs, let's see, $90.57. So, and that's going to be good for several oil changes. If you just want to try it out, we've got the little 16-ounce container, and that would be good for one oil change. But, after a while, you might as well buy it in a slightly bigger container and get a better deal on it. And that's where you want to go with the 72-ounce container. Next up in the number 2 spot, this is going to be no surprise to anybody. We sell a lot of valve springs here. And so we just got another shipment of valve springs. And so in the number 2 spot is our matched sets of Beehive 604 valve springs right here. And so when we go through and we rate all of these, then you'll have one bag that is marked intake and the other bag will be marked exhaust. and then you will know exactly which ones they are. So try to make it very simple. So our matched sets of 604 Beehive valve springs run $179, and yes, they're back in stock. I'm really happy to say that. I hate it when we end up like running out of valve springs. And in the top spot this week, and then I'll go to our winners this week. Our top spot is our match sets of 602 springs, because we just got springs back in. So same deal, but these of course are for the 602s. And the match sets of 602 springs run $119.75. And if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop them into the comments here. I'm going to kind of scan those, and then I'll announce our winners for the day here. And I'm not really seeing any questions, but anytime you can also join us on our Sunday show, which is the Racing Insiders podcast. I sit down with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines. We answer a lot of questions. And I do have one more announcement also. So I know some of our manufacturers or racing manufacturers watch our show here. And if you are interested in participating, we've just opened up a registration for exhibitors for the Cars Racing Show. The Cars being Carolina Auto Racing Show in Hickory, North Carolina, that's going to be happening January 7th and 8th. I should have brought up, I might just share my screen really quick here, just so you can see the website. And so carsracingshow.com, let me save that. So right here, and then I've got it right here on the front line. You can click on exhibitors, click here, and it shows the floor plan, the pricing, and all of that. Or if you want to see who's been an exhibitor in the past, and even for, if you're thinking about putting this onto your calendar, these were our exhibitors of 2020. And I just want to tell you too, I mean, I know we deal with a lot of drama just in the world, in the media, and all of the things. And I just want you to know we had a very safe show, not one problem with the virus, anything afterwards. We really operated it safely and followed all of the guidelines, and it went off without a hitch. Everybody loved it. The attendees, the exhibitors, we all had a great time. It was very successful for everyone. Let's see. The Velocity Cleaner, does it help retain fire retardants? That's a really good question. I think the better way to look at it is it's not going to damage them. So they say, definitely don't dry clean your suits. And it's interesting because when I was a kid, like dry cleaning was the way that you were supposed to clean a fire suit, but not anymore. So it won't, I would say it won't damage it or strip them out. I don't know that it's going, so I guess help retain. So yes. Yeah. So that the suits don't break down. And there we go. And then Mike has a question asking about the valve springs. He says, does that include retainers and keepers? And no, that does not. That's just the springs because with the keepers, you might replace those in a 602. We generally don't in the 604s. And the retainers you can just reuse over and over again without any issues. All right, well, let's check out who our winners are. And our first winner for the Pace hat is going to be, here we go, for the hat, is going to be Ted Hull. So Ted, if you would, please send a private message to Crate Insider with your address. We'll get that sent out to you. And the person who knew my sign is going to be Ryan Pafford. So Ryan, if you would, please send Crate Insider a private message on Facebook with your address, and we will send that shirt out to you. So I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the show. And of course, I will be back on Sunday with Steve Hendren on our Unsealed show for the Racing Insiders podcast. Otherwise, I will be back here next Tuesday. I hope you have a fantastic week. There we go.